I've analysed the top 100 OF creators' content over the last 2 years and created a winning formula that's generated my agency over $3 million in 2025. So just so you know, I'm legit. This is my inflow. It's the 10th of September today, and we've done over 3.3 mil already so far in 2025. Now, this is the winning content formula. It's made up of these 5 things: high quality, proven hooks, targeted content, curiosity-driven content, and storytelling. If you are not implementing at least 3 of these 5 things into your content plan in 2025, you will fail, you won't make any money, and you'll probably end up back at your 9 to 5. And if you don't know who these creators are, we've got Sophie Rain, Camilla Arajo, Bonnie Blue, Jelly Bean Brains, and Bad Baby. All of these creators carry similar but different qualities. So they all play to their strengths. They know their target audience. They understand their content pillars. They are consistent. They improve continuously, and they use and track the data to improve and perform better. Now, me and my team study these creators to develop and grow our understanding of viral content creation, specifically for OF creators. Most creators will spend their whole career following trends, copying other creators, and blaming the algorithm for the fact that they never go viral and find it impossible to gain thousands of new fans monthly. They never follow a strategy because they're either too lazy to learn or they're too overwhelmed focusing on the wrong things. But this video is going to change all of that for anybody watching, whether you're a creator or whether you're an agency owner. But first, let me tell you a little bit about me. So I was a creator for over 7 years and earned over $1 million on the platform. I spent the last 2 years helping OF creators make more money through targeted content creation, brand building, funnel optimization, sales, and high-level content. I've worked with over 300 creators and hundreds of agencies to help them make more money online. This is my Instagram, just so, again, you know I'm legit. You want to check that out. There's a lot of content on there that could help creators and agency owners, so feel free to have a look and give me a follow. But today I'm focusing on helping creators and agency owners attract more fans through social media content creation, specifically for Instagram. We've already made over 400K so far on the 10th of September through my agency alone, just so you can see. And that's enough about me. Let's get straight into you and where to start. So it doesn't matter where you are in your career or your clients' careers, whether you're making millions of dollars a month, whether you're making $1,000 a month. If you want to create better content and gain more traffic, this is where I want you to start. So the first thing we're going to do is choose your Ikigai. So Ikigai is the Japanese concept of finding your purpose in life. Now you can turn this straight into content and it works. And it's made up of 4 things. So it's doing what you love, doing what you're good at, doing what the world needs, and doing what you can be paid to do. And that means profession, passion, mission, and vocation. Now, if you can implement and base your content around this concept, you will succeed. Because if you love it, you'll be consistent. If you're good at it, it'll be easy for you. If you can make it entertaining, educating, enjoyable, people will watch it. Therefore, you will get paid for it. Now, 2 big mistakes that creators make. They create content they aren't good at because they get stuck on trying to jump on trends because it went viral for another creator and they fail miserably. Or they create content that they don't enjoy doing, which means there's no enjoyment there. They don't feel like they've got purpose. You can see it when people are watching it on social media. And there's just no longevity there because why would you want to do something you're not good at and you don't enjoy? It's impossible. Now, the first step that you're going to take is choosing 5 content pillars that you are good at, you enjoy, and would be enjoyable and bingeable for people to watch. Now, 99% of creators will fail because of this. Creators think that because they do OF, they have to show everybody online that they do OF. Now, this removes curiosity. It only targets specific audiences, usually desperate people who've got no money. It makes you look accessible, it gets your content flagged, and it makes it impossible to build a brand. The biggest earning creators in the game are great at this. Look at people like Cardi B. Now, all these creators have built a brand first, and then they've started OF. Now, I'm not saying that you need to become a singer or an actress first. I'm also not saying that you should quit OF, build a brand, and then restart OF. But what I'm pointing out is that all of their audiences have been flooded with curiosity to see what the hell they do OF. They're like, I wonder what Cardi B looks like naked, and now I've got the opportunity to do it. Yes, they've already built millions and millions of followers, which is why they are the top creators, but my point is they've built a brand and their audience are so curious to see what it looks like beneath the sheets because they are not screaming, I am on OF and I can do all this. But what I'm pointing out is that all of their audience have been flooded with curiosity to see what the hell they do on OF. Yes, they've got millions of fans, which is why they are the biggest creators and made the most money. But my point to this is that all of their audience really want to know what they look like underneath the clothes. Now, if you're a creator and you're posting nipple shots and showing too much online, There is no curiosity there. So this is why we want to move away from that, especially in 2025. You can still do this, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So examples of content that you can create to build a brand, grow your following, and gain more fans than you can handle. Golf, tennis, volleyball, day in the life, food challenges, travel, vlog, music, singing, fight reviews. Remember, I said you have to be good at it and you have to enjoy doing it. These are just a few examples. There are thousands of examples, and it depends what you are actually good at and what you enjoy doing. But think of some examples that you can use to build a brand. Now, two perfect examples are this. We've got Paige McKenzie. She's a golf player. She's relatively talented at golf, but all of her brand is built off golf. She then launched an OF page and became successful. Same with Angelina Domova, ex-tennis player, built a brand playing tennis, still does tennis content. Now her target audience is people who are into tennis, and same with people that are into golf. Yes, these two individuals are skilled at what they do. This doesn't mean that you have to start taking golf or tennis lessons, although it wouldn't be a bad investment. But they know exactly what they are good at, what they enjoy doing. It gets attention and it makes money whilst causing a lot of curiosity in their audience. So let's get into it. This is essentially where you are going to start planning. Write down 5 things that you are good at that you enjoy doing. Example, boxing, gym, talking to the camera, basketball, eating food. Again, millions of different ideas that's specific to you and what you're good at and what you enjoy. But once you've got your 5, you're going to break down each individual content pillar into simple ideas. So let's follow this process. Let's just go with basketball. So I'm choosing a tough one here just to show you how easy it actually is to build a brand. Trusting you are good at it and enjoy it. Some creators here are going to think, oh, well, I'll just go to a basketball court, shoot some shots in revealing clothes, show off my body, trying to shoot some shots, even though I'm not good. But the issue there is that you're just going like an OF girl who is trying to sexualize basketball, and it doesn't work. But let's say you are good at basketball and you enjoy doing it. So the first thing is to brainstorm for 10 minutes on 10 strong content ideas that you could perform within this content pillar. So sit there and think. You don't need any inputs or any inspiration for this. Just like, right, what could I do? Let's see what your creativity side of your brain can actually come up with. So it could be stuff like this: fast dribbling, spinning the ball on one finger, challenging people on open courts, performing tricks in public, shooting long court shots, slam dunks, High School Musical scene remake, full court training session clipped up into a short, 1v1s, and playing random people for money. The loser pays. Now, those are just 10 ideas that I thought of whilst I was creating this video. Once you've got some solid ideas, you can go to Instagram and type things in like basketball girl, basketball 1v1, basketball dribble. You could put all of these in, girl does slam dunks, whatever it is. And you can literally find content that has gone viral and performed well within each one. So if I look at this one, 5.3 million followers. This is probably a girl who's not talented bouncing around, so it kind of contradicts what I said. But this isn't building a brand. One viral video isn't going to build you a brand. If I went on her content now and had a look at her stuff, chances are she's not consistently creating basketball content. But there's things that you can do to build a brand. And then if you look at stuff like 1v1s, I mean, it's mainly males doing it, but if you are a talented female basketball player, I think this girl has a 1v1 here, getting quite a lot of views, then it's going to work. Now, if you spend 10 minutes on each search, you're going to find viral clips, you're going to get inspiration and come up with your own ideas and put your own spin on the content. So for example, this top video here that's got 17.2 million views, if this guy started the video and says, this guy's just challenged me to a one-on-one, so I've put $100 on it, let's see what happens, that's a good hook. People are probably going to watch it. I'm not sure how this starts. Another way to do it is throughout this whole filming video that he's done, if there's something crazy that happens, to push each other, they nearly get into a fight, one of them does a crazy slam dunk. If you start the video with that most exciting part, and then it goes back to the start of starting the 1v1, people are going to want to watch it because they naturally want to see the build up to that first thing that they've just seen in the hook. So once you've got a bunch of ideas for each content vertical under all 5 content pillars, you are set to go with unlimited ideas, knowing that you can smash. And you can do this for anything. Even if your content pillar is so unique that there is no content out there online, which is a slim chance because it's probably already been done, it means you can set the trend. And what I mean by that is, let's say if you are into something randomly, let's say if you are into something really random like horse riding or dog grooming, and you can't find any OF creators doing that, that's a bonus because it means that you can set the trend. But also, you can use ideas from other content pillars and introduce them into your ideas. It is super simple, but it takes practice. So once you've done that, it is time to create. So build out a 7-day schedule or diary to be clear on what it is that you are doing each day. This is one of the most important things in content creation, and this is, again, is where most creators fail. If you don't have a schedule as an OF creator, you are cooked. You'll get overwhelmed, you'll create attention deficit, and you'll procrastinate every single day. So I'm just going to talk you through a simple schedule. This isn't going to be the one that you should stick to. This is just a basic example of what could go on. So this would be Sunday to Sunday. Sundays, I find, are always good for planning and strategizing your content. So if you brainstorm and ideate new content ideas, like we just spoke about, short form and OF, you can review the analytics from the week before, but if it's the first week, obviously you wouldn't do that. See which content hit. And then you build a content plan and a shooting schedule for the full week. Now, let's say if you find 50 different content ideas, you can plan them into that week. So you know that when you wake up Tuesday morning, you're filming these 5 reels. When you wake up Friday, you're filming this kind of content. Then Monday, you would go into creating your short form content, Instagram focus. So you'd film reels for Instagram, batch record multiple. If you're doing something like 1v1s in basketball, obviously you could just go to 5 different courts or play 5 different people and choose the best parts which you think is going to bang. Then you want to capture lifestyle and BTS clips with a mix of content. Now, Tuesday, short form creation for TikTok, batch creating, choosing thumbnails and images. Wednesday could be an editing day. Thursday could be scheduling and distribution. Friday, you could just do your OF content. Saturday, you can rest and recharge, have fun, have a night out, meet some friends, go on Tinder, whatever you want to do. And Sunday, you can reset and repeat. So plan a new week of content, review this week's performance, and adjust the formula to double down on what is working. Now, I want to repeat, if you do not stick to a schedule, do not prep and plan ideas for the week ahead, you will not complete the mission, you will not create the content, and you will fail as a creator. This is one of the most important things that I overemphasize to all of my clients, from creators to managers. And it's so important. I don't know why some creators don't want to be a full-time creator. They get comfortable making 5K a month because it was more than they were making in their job, their 9 to 5. So they see that as a freedom to not have to stick to a schedule, not have to wake up at certain times, go to bed whenever you want, scroll as much as you want. And it's unhealthy. And that is why most creators fail. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is targeted content. This unintentionally works when you focus on your Ikigai. It will naturally select your audience of people who are interested in the things you do and the content you will create. If you are a snowboarder and you're good at it and you start using that as a content vertical and you find loads of verticals underneath it, then you are going to naturally find people who are into that just because of your Ikigai. And it's going to look something like this, just so you know. You're throwing your content at all these people who absolutely love it, and these people are going to subscribe. That's just a little video that I made for you to just give you some extra concept. Now, that is the first part and the most difficult part over. Now let's turn you into a content machine. Hooks. Who knows about hooks? If you don't know about hooks as an OF creator and a social media content creator, again, you are cooked. But I'm going to teach you all about it, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to level up your hooks. So the hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds of your content. The part that decides if somebody scrolls past it or stays watching. It grabs attention, it sparks curiosity, and it makes the viewer want to know more and want to watch the rest of the video. Why the hooks are so important? Because attention spans are shrinking. If you do not win them constantly, you will lose them. The algorithms reward watch time, and a strong hook will keep you glued. Hooks set the tone, they frame why and give people a reason to keep watching. Without a hook, even great content will be ignored. Okay, so how to create scroll-stopping hooks. Let's use the basketball pillar as an example. So tell people about what they're going to see. This guy just challenged me to a 1v1. I'm going to whoop his ass. Ask a question or make a statement that makes people want to see the outcome. Who can name the film? Create High School Musical scene. I'm going to hit this half-court shot within 3 attempts. That's a statement and a question. Then you want to make a bold claim. There isn't anyone on this planet who can dribble faster than me. You do a dribble video. Use curiosity and open loops. I'm going to offer $100 to anybody who can beat me in a 1v1. You could be in an open basketball court. Right, everyone, I'm going to offer $100 to anybody that can beat me in a 1v1. Who wants it? And then you go into the video. People are going to watch it because they want to see if you win or lose $100. And then the next one is show and don't tell. So start with a visual pattern interrupt, so like an unexpected action, a high energy clip. Could be a slam dunk, a long shot, a skill. Getting aggressive in a 1v1 like I spoke about earlier. Show the clip first, then show the full video. A big thing with OF creators, and I experienced this myself when I was an OF creator, was limiting beliefs. Onlyfans content creator Sophie Rain revealed that she made $82 million in the past year and a half, which she feels put her in the league of NBA legend LeBron James. Now, she put this picture on in 2023 to 2024, making 43 mil, which is insane. Sophie Rain has no real skill or talent externally to OF. If she does, she doesn't showcase it online. If she can generate $43 million in 1 year, why can't you? You both have the same 24 hours in a day. You both have a phone and Wi-Fi. You both have assets that your audience would be interested in seeing. But this is why she's made 43 mil. So she's consistent. She is always improving. She never thinks she's reached her max potential. Her content leaves her followers curious. She has content pillars and Ikigai, and she has a great team behind her. Now, the number one thing that separates you and her is that she takes this shit seriously. She makes iterations to her content by tracking the data, or her team does anyway. Now, if you look at this picture, she has found this video that performed really well. It's got 2.3 million views. She's picking that out and she's doing more of it. This is where you can start to grow. So one viral video does not grow your brand. Jumping on trends doesn't help you go viral, and guesswork doesn't gain you any new fans. So let's break that down in a simple way. This is what we've already covered. You choose your 5 content pillars. You break each pillar down into content verticals. You build and stick to a content creation and posting schedule. You practice and stay consistent every single day, and you improve over time. But most importantly, once you have enough data or content posted, you go through the content and identify the top performing content through views, likes, comments, and saves. You identify why those pieces of content performed the best and which content pillar they fall under. Then you double down on the highest performing data, and it looks something like this. So you look at this high performing content. Okay, what was I wearing? What was my hook? What did I say? What happened in the video? What do the comments say? And how long was the video? And if you can figure out all of those things, it's going to help you double down on the strengths and then pull away from the weak things on the weak content, because you can also identify the content that doesn't perform well using the above image and make some notes on the information so you can move away from that style of content and double down on the other style of content that is working. But give it at least 6 weeks of continuous posting before you make any changes. That is the right time to actually get the data. Here's some value notes to remember. So the hook needs to grab attention and retain it. If the rest of the content isn't good, you will struggle to retain the viewer. So if the hook is amazing and you've got the retention, but the rest of the video is dead, you are going to lose the viewer. Yes, the hook is important, but the rest of the content also needs to be good. Thumbnails need to hook the viewers in just as much as the actual hook. Your content does not need to scream, "I am an OF creator." If you don't stick to a schedule and plan your week, you will fail. Captions are also important, and you can always get better and improve. No matter how good you think you are, you can always get better. So this brings me to the end of the video. If you need help, we are opening 3 more slots to be a part of our team. We do not work with just any creator or anybody, but if you are driven, hardworking, and want to get to the top 0% as fast as possible, you could be the right fit. We also have a guarantee. So if we decide to work with each other, we will guarantee to get you to the top 0% within 90 days. If that doesn't happen, the service is free and we will send you 5K straight to your bank for wasting your time. That is how confident I am. If you're an agency owner or looking to start OFM, I have a free community where I give a load of free value to help you scale your energy to 100K per month and beyond. The link is in the description of this video for that. I also have a blueprint I use to get my agency from 0 to 7 figures in less than 6 months. So if you struggle with finding models, getting your models traffic, making sales, scaling, hiring, training, or personal branding, and everything else that it takes to build a 7-figure agency, DM me on Instagram and I will tell you all about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some value out of this to drive traffic to your page or your client's page. Make sure you hit subscribe if you want to see more like this. I'm posting pretty consistently at the moment. And also you can watch some of these videos to help you level up as a creator or an agency owner. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.